Disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Dividend North, and this is the time of the month to reveal the next portfolio unveil. And the first portfolio reveal was in July 10th, and this is the second one to cover the whole month of July. And here, before we talk anything else, let's talk about the 4 pillars of investing. As you can see, the very first pillar of investing I have is maximizing my income through dividends. And the next one is have a maximize my contribution in TFSA, and then maximize my contribution in RRSP. And then if there is extra cash left, then immediately I try to deploy back into the non-registered or cash accounts. Then I have 3 golden rules. The number one is whatever the blueprint I have created in my portfolio tracker, I try to follow that. And then I try to sell puts in cash or non-registered account to generate extra cash and deploy that cash back into dividend ETFs. The next one, the 7th one, is help myself and my viewers to achieve financial independence as early as possible. So this is the whole idea behind this channel creation. So I want to share my journey along the way with all of you guys to understand how things may work in favor and sometimes it's not. And it's a slow journey. So keep patience. Okay, let's dive deep into the portfolio reveal. Let's have a look at the key numbers. As you can see, market value sitting at $570,220, which is a sharp decline of 4.17% since last update on July 10th. So I've lost $24,796 in market value just because of technology stock like Biggie, HHIS is still not doing well. They're losing their face value. And crypto stock like MSDY, MSTE are still not improving. They're still below, like MSTE still below $2. So that's dragging down my portfolio for sure. This one is annual dividend. Yes, there is a slight increase in the annual dividend, which is comes out to be $562 since last update. And overall, sitting at $182,936 per year, which converts to be monthly $15,245 as of today. I'm not happy with this number because it should have been went up. The two reason these the dividends hasn't changed much is because of from the last update I didn't adjust MSDY or MSTE dividend reduction. In this case, I have updated that. So the dividend earned from the reinvested back into stocks, it did not help me much to improve my total dividend earning income. Right now, I'm yielding around 25.80%, which is quite high in yielding because of the very high yield stock like MSTE, TY, HHIS, or Biggie. Also, US holding like QDTE, XTT, and RDTE in my portfolio. Looking at portfolio tracker, the dashboard tab, I'm still projecting to earn $18,000 per month by end of this year. My total cost basis, total investor money is $710,381, against which right now I'm sitting at market value of $570,222, which is negative 19.73% return. But if you consider all the dividend received so far, I'm sitting at net gain of 18.52%, which is I consider a win. Again, annual dividend, you can see $182,936, and monthly yield is $15,245. Okay, guys, before we proceeding to this overall summary tab, let's have a quick look on the changes I have made. Before last time update, I missed the 2 updates from 2020 and 2021, which is around 11,000 dividend I received from because my sheet is only tracking 5-year running basis. So I adjusted the formula to bring all the years from 2020 to 2026, which is 7 years as of now. And my total dividend receiving is $271,751. Quick update on the option selling. I'm not having a good time with the option selling right now because I have been assigned around 500 shares of TQQQ. Because the TQQQ, lately the price literally crashed from 80s to 60s now. So I'm sitting on that. I'm trying to sell covered call to bring my cost average down. And I hope they will get called away once this price hit my strike price. And quick update again on MSTE and MSDY. Again, stock has experienced a substantial dividend decrease due to poor performance in the market. I have to adjust my portfolio, and which has resulted into decreased dividend. So now let's talk about this section I have created. So what I did, rather than comparing these 4 tabs for each portfolio account, I have combined these tabs under Dividend North Consolidated Portfolio Summary. And as you can see, the 4 segments I have created is technology and growth, financial utility and broad market, crypto and alternative assets, and healthcare and energy. Let's look one at a time. The first segment is technology and growth. I have a maximum holding around 18 stocks. As you can see, my top 5 holdings are HHIS, QDTE, Biggie, FAPI, and QDay. And overall, I'm doing pretty good, except if we filter it down by the okay, I have these one, my biggest losers, which were holding, dragging down my portfolio. Overall, technology and growth section is driving my portfolio, and you can see I'm earning around $11,488 per month from this section. The next section is financial utilities and broad market. This is my favorite section, and I'm really want to increase my holdings percentage into this section. We'll talk about this a little bit later. At this point, my top holding are RDTE, Kenny, SPYT, UMAX, and SDY. And you can see they are all doing pretty good, except Easy, which is the new holding into this section. And this section is generating around $2,595, second highest in my portfolio. The third section, I have a crypto and alternative asset, which is a 5 holding, which is the worst section I have. And because of the MSTE, HBX, or ETHY, or MSDY, pretty bad performance. I have a GLCL, which is the gold producer in this, but lately the gold is also not doing very well, so I'm slightly down on that as well. And this section is generating around $1,007 on dividend. And the last section I have is healthcare and energy. And you can see I have 4 holdings into this: LMAX, HHLE, CNQE, and ENCL. They're all doing pretty good. And one note on ENCL, because I sell all of my stock 2-3 years back, and then I repurchased ENCL recently. Like only $5 stock though, but my overall dividend received was quite high. That's why the return is showing 787%, which is not right. So here's my overall portfolio update, and you can see divided into 4 different broad markets or sectors. And next we will talk about the sector allocation and what's my target next. Okay, let's talk about the sector allocation and what's the current and what's the target. And here you can see currently I'm a very heavy in technology and growth sector, which is almost 70%, and followed by financial 24%, then crypto 4%, and healthcare 2.3%. Here is clear path forward for me. I want to decrease my technology and growth sector exposure below 50%. So at this point, what I'm going to do going forward, I'm not going to buy any of the stock I already have in technology and growth sector. So I'm going to start buying more into financial and utilities. So my target would be technology growth reduced to 50%, financial and utility 35%, crypto 5%, and healthcare 10%. So my main focus would be to increase financial, utility, and broad market sector, as well as healthcare and energy sector exposure, so that my pie can get a little bit balanced and it will start looking like what it's showing here on the target section. Guys, to see my live portfolio and the performance of my portfolio, you can also go to Blossom website, which is very well-known website in Canada now. And you can search Dividend North, and you will see all my holdings and my performance as of today. And if you see all time, my holdings negative 27% here. And one caveat when you're looking at my portfolio here, I am seeing TQQQ, which I talked about into this video earlier, because I got assigned TQQQ. I also got assigned NUGT, which is Nugget, which is the 2x gold producer stock. Other than that, all my holding has been discussed into this video. So please go and have a look at Blossom, and please like, share, and if you want to follow my channel. And thanks very much for watching my video, and please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.